Welcome to Knuckle Town.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Welcome to Knuckle Town.
A slow burn like a deceiver. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can.
What up, what up? Welcome to Knuckle Town. I'm your host, Big Face, man. And as always, we stay on right on the edge of bare knuckle. Day to day, man. Shit be happening every day. So we got a surprise guest tonight. We wanted to chop it up with one of the biggest stars in bare knuckle boxing, BKFC middleweight champ of the world, David Redneck Mudell. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show, bro.
What up, fellas?
What's up, man? Always a pleasure when we got you on the show, man. Of course, one of the dopest dudes in the sport, man. We appreciate your time, champ.
No problem, no problem.
So, you know, why I hit you up? I hit Russ up. I said, hey, I need to talk to Redneck, man. There's a lot of drama going on in the book this week. I guess, you and Superman chimed in on a little Ken doll Dyer post, and it escalated. So you want to talk about that a little bit?
I mean, I guess I don't understand. Like, maybe people don't know that me and Jared are on the same team. We're both shift combat. But hey, whatever. So I forget what the post was all about. It's just stupid shit. Just commented for my boy, and somebody got a little butt hurt.
So, I mean, basically what I saw Redneck was he commented that he thought that should be his shot. Captain Deadpool, he feels like he beat him twice and maybe he should get the shot. I mean, of course, everything relative in this sport, this, Redneck. I mean, and nobody really calls you out. That's why I immediately was like, Russ, I got to talk to Dave because nobody calls you out. I mean, you're one of the most dominant champs in the sport. So go ahead, man.
I don't care. I'll fight anybody at any weight. I was in there trying to convince somebody to let me fight Chris Camozzi. I don't know what's going on with that. We're like, it's just fucking around. Like, I just want to fight at this point. And so with him getting mad, he said some things and I just like, whatever. Like, I don't know if he thinks I'm scared.
I definitely, I could see you smiling the whole time in the post, but I know how you are, man. I knew that wasn't ruffling your feathers at all. So, I mean, drama is part of what builds a sport. And I know, guys, of course, you got the gold around your waist. So maybe guys are looking at you as a come up, whereas you've been so dominant this last year. I know you're looking for a big fight and you're deservedly so, right?
Yeah, I feel like I've put my time in, put a lot of work into this, and I've done very well. I've showed like what I've had 4 knockouts in a row now, or 4 stoppages, whatever. So, I mean, I'm just ready to show the world what I can do.
I mean, absolutely, man. I mean, the bare knuckle world knows it's time to, the mainstream world, and it's coming fast, I feel like. So let me ask you this. We talked a little off camera. I want to talk to you. I mean, I know last year you stayed idle a lot of the year, and then you fought twice in the last quarter of the year. How many times a year, if it was up to you, how many times a year would you like to fight?
I like to fight like 3 times a year. 3 times a year, every 4 months. It gives me enough time to take off, spend some time with the family, then get right back to doing what I love. And, it's right. So right when I start getting that itch and boom, we fight and then we do it all over again.
And I know we talked about this, of course, Dyer walks around a lot bigger, and he was talking about a catchweight or 185 weight. And as you said, Captain Deadpool being your train, in the same camp as you, same team, that really don't spark your interest because that leads you to a double shift, and honor is worth more than gold, right?
Absolutely. Loyalty. That's my brother. There's no reason to take the class, and he could have 75 if he wanted an 85. If he ever wanted to swap, we could do that. But if he's running after the 85, I got the 75, there's no reason.
Absolutely. And so, we talked a little bit, but I've been talking around the sport, and I know we need a name. We need to get a name in there to get knocked out by the Redneck. So, I mean, I was thinking, Cowyboy Cerone. That sounds like a great name, man. I think you guys would match up. What do you think?
I've put it out there. You know, I've said some stuff to him, and I've teased it a little bit. I mean, I had, you know, I heard rumors a long time ago that he was supposed to be fighting Mike and this and that, and whatever happened, I don't know. But so I was like, well, if it's true and he had any interest, like, fuck, I want to fight him. I'll introduce him to the sport. I'll meet him at any weight. Let me handpick some of these opponents, right?
Well, that's a horrible handpick for him. I'll say this: you are
Absolutely.
the king. You are the king of trolling. So, are you going to start trolling him or what? I mean, you've been trolling Perry for months, showing up, you know, pulling his
I'm
shirt up,
actually
whatever you want to call
really,
it.
I'm actually really bad with the Facebook shit. I mean, that was the first time I really got on. I pissed off Dyer, but so I guess I'm not too bad at it. But
Hey, look,
Perry's somebody that I like
go ahead.
legitimately want to fight. You know, like we got a little bit of true beef going on. You know, so it just makes more sense. Like, let me go ahead and get one of these fights where I don't like these guys. I mean, Dyer's said enough stuff to where I'm like, fuck him too. So whatever. Whoever's up next.
Well, I want to say that too, Redneck. I don't want to cut you, but you guys got history. You and Perry got history, so I can understand why you'd want to meet in a striking sport where you know none of this jujitsu or wrestling is going to matter. And I know you got history, so that I mean, the fight for BKFC and bare knuckle fans, that fight is legit legend. Business being business, I don't understand what that is, but I know you. I know you're an upper echelon elite athlete in this sport, bro. For real.
Absolutely, man. I like I said, it's showing. People are seeing it. I mean, every time anybody posts anything about him and his fights with other people, everyone's like, you know, when's he fighting Redneck? You know, so people
When's
want
he
to.
fighting
It's
right?
only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. The more he avoids me, the more people see he's scared and he's running, and then he's gonna be forced.
Okay, let's talk about Josh Dyer a little bit. I mean, you know, man can scrap. Definitely not, you know, man can scrap. He's a legit tough guy. I
He's a
mean,
sloppy
wow, you
scrapper. Sloppy.
that's go ahead. You the champ. Go.
I just, you know, I'm not impressed with anything that he does. He's aggressive and he's strong, but there's more to fighting than that. So again, I he got mad because he's not relevant. He hasn't won a fight in 2 years, and he's trying to just get his name out there, which is cool. If he wants to fuck around, he just might find out.
I mean, yeah, and I think that you know it doesn't make sense now at 185, so he's going to have to come all the way to 175, man, and coming down like that from what he walks around at, and I know you walk around close to 200 or a little over, so I mean, still, I think that'll be a long stretch for him with the kind of power you bring, and somebody walking into you is exactly what you're asking for.
Exactly. He's I don't know. I don't understand people and like what exactly he's gonna win out of this whole deal except for an ass whooping. So more power to him.
He's going to get some views for sure because every one of your fights gets views. I want to say this. I mean, you know, as fans of the sport, of course, we cover the sport. We fans. That's what it's about. The fighters for us. And you're one of the everyone's favorite fighter. Not only because of the way you handle yourself in the ring, the way you handle yourself outside of the ring. You're a professional. You're courteous. You're always available to us types and fans. And man, for that we love you. But we do want to see you active, man. So it definitely, regardless, I don't want to see you waiting on the sideline for that big. You got to stay active because I don't see anyone beating you that's on the horizon right there, even in the
Yeah,
top five.
I don't really fear anybody in BKFC right now. I don't think they have anybody that can really deal with me. Like the problems that I bring to the table, like they haven't learned how to deal with yet. So I'm gonna be holding on to this belt for a while.
I mean, I don't disagree. And I'll say this, man, the Coltrane fight, I'm from North Carolina. So is Coltrane. He has a reputation here. He's a great fighter here. He has a following. He's a good fighter. And you made kind of short work of him. And that was surprising to a lot of people in the know in combat sports, how you were even really pressed. So, I mean, and that was, even though he wasn't maybe the number one contender, he definitely was in that realm, man. He can fight. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
And I look at the top five and go ahead.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep. I hear things.
No, you're the champ.
Before I forget, but no, he was unorthodox, you know, and he hit hard. The one little jab he did fucking blew my eye way up. I was like, all right, damn. So he surprised me in ways too. So he definitely belongs there, you know, which is why he got the fight. But you know, it's just me. It's the dedication that I put into the sport, the work that I put in, and like I said, I don't feel like anybody's on my level right now.
And I have to say, man, at 175, you look huge, man, when you get in there. I mean, you do look big for a 175 or so. I know you're rehydrating like an Olympic god. You know what I mean?
I've got a lot of practice. You know, I was wrestling in high school, so I was doing smaller weight cuts, but like just and having the fight in the same day, so to speak. And then, you know, my MMA career, I was always cutting weight, and every fight I'm a little bit heavier, so I got to cut a little bit more. And I learned that what I can do and how I can do it, and this is where it's led, and it's just what happens, I guess. Evolution.
So, if you don't mind me asking, Redneck, what do you walk around at? Like in between fights, what do you walk around at?
I've been advised to stop telling people.
Okay.
Coach thinks it's scaring people off. They're like, they don't want to fight you because of how big you are. So the more you announce it, the more people back away. I can tell you what Dyer said about his weight cut instead when he walks back in the cage. I was like, that's what everybody does. I don't understand why he was bragging about it. But hey,
well, I've seen you in between fights, and you're every bit of 210, maybe. You ain't gotta say it 215. I'm 205, and you're big as me or bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not in shape. Okay, so I mean, and that is a skill. I mean, if you can be big and cut, you're coming in strong in there, man. So that's an advantage for sure.
And it's, you know, it's part of your nutrition, and again, discipline, man. It goes a long way with eating what you're supposed to eat, not eating what you're not supposed to eat, drinking at the right times, even though you want more, and just you learn how to manipulate your body like that. You also learn you have to do everything right, or it will affect you the next day. So I got a little routine down that I've stuck with forever now, and it's working great.
I want to ask you. I know you don't have a fight scheduled. Are you scheduled to be at any events upcoming that I may see you at?
I'll be in Miami next weekend. All right, the 15th. There we go. So I'll be there with you. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go out to Knuckle Mania. I feel like I gotta be there. I can't let this bum fight on the card without my face being there, fucking calling them out. So I'll go to that one as well. And then I know my boy's from Connecticut, Reaver. So he's talking about going down to the one that's at the Mohegan Sun. And so I'm like, well, depending on what's going on with me, because hopefully I'll be fighting in May as well. Maybe I'll be there for that one.
I agree with all that. And I think you definitely have to be in the building in LA, Dave, because I'm going to tell you what, man, I feel like bare-knuckle's been as this ascension. BKFC has been on this ascension. And that may be the blow-up, coming out party for the entrance of mainstream, and you being one of the largest homegrown champs, which they have several stars they built straight from BKFC.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a big night for you, even if you're not on the card, just being there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm learning that, that my biggest thing coming up is like, a lot of people don't know me because I don't talk a lot of shit. Like I just go in there and fight. I let my hands do the talking for me. Like, that's just always been the way I was. But I'm starting to come out of my shell a little bit. I'm going to show face at some of these events, meet some people, shake some hands, kiss some babies, and keep going up from there.
I mean, it's dope, man. And that's one of the things that, don't underestimate that, Redneck, man. That's one of the fire things about your personality is that you're a bad motherfucker, man. But you're just as humble as anybody you'll see anytime, man. And that's huge, man. I mean, I got to hear it every day from our engineer, producers. Oh, Redneck. Okay, Redneck, man.
I think that's why it's so hard for me to talk shit and so hard for people like to talk shit about me because everybody likes me and there's there's nothing really to talk shit about. Can't make fun of my fighting. It's good. And you can't make fun of like me having attitude because I don't. So it's like, how am I supposed to want to fight this guy? Hopefully the goal.
We're going to talk to Josh Dyer, too, because, of course, the only thing he could come up with was you walk around fat. and I don't think that's a stretch right there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But I can still
fight.
Right. Don't get it twisted.
So, I mean, I'll definitely see you down in Miami. I can't wait to see you again, man. It's always a pleasure, man. You're a huge friend of the show. I thank you for taking time out. I know you're at the gym. I know you're helping your boys get ready, man. We can't wait for a full year. We need 3 fights a year from Redneck and Cowyboy Cerone. You heard it right here. We're gonna start bombarding your socials. This is the man you want. You want to make some money? You want to come get a scrap? This is the man you want right here.
You want to know why Cowyboy won't take it? Because he knows damn well a kickboxer don't belong in there with a boxer. It's my game. It's So I'm not gonna see him. He's too smart.
Well, it's hard for me to say that because I wouldn't fuck with you with a bat. So I mean, that's fine if they don't want to take the fight. I'm not taking it if I can bring a bat in there. So, man, Redneck, man, such a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show, man. I really appreciate it, bro.
No problem, brother. I appreciate you having me on.
Anytime. Anybody you want to shout out? Any sponsors, fighters, your team?
I want to shout out
before we
Russ,
get off?
Extreme fan page. That man's got my back. You know, he drove all the way out to practice today, hang out with me and shit like that, and he's the man.
Yo, shout out to Russ and Country. Russ is the backbone of the sport. He got all our backs, Redneck, for real, man. I can't tell you how many times he stepped in to help me, save me. You just don't meet guys like that every day, man. Of course, shout out to Russ, man. He always giving people gifts. Look at me. For real. And he set this interview up, so I really appreciate him for that. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Russ.
He called me up and said anything for you, Russ. I'll get right on there. Don't worry about it.
Man, Redneck, well, you know, you're a huge fan. You're definitely welcome at home at Knuckletown anytime you need somebody. We got you, man. I can't wait to see you in Miami. Champ, thank you so much, man. There you go, man. Dave Redneck Mudell, the baddest motherfucker 175 in the world.
Cheehaw.
So thank you so much, man. A great friend of the show, David Redneck Mudell, a perfect example of homegrown stars built in the BKFC that in 2024 will become household names, man. Thank you for taking some time, man. Once again, we cannot wait for Miami this Friday upcoming at the Vivo, 9 p.m., man. There you go, HD Davis, Sean Wilson. You got a packed card. You got the Prospect Amateurs opening up. Of course, you got Knuckletown in the building, man. Shout out to Rush, shout out to Country Stream Fans, BKFC fan page. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, follow Knuckletown, man. Hey, I'm out, baby. Big face, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to Knuckletown.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good. Fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about. Have your f***ing cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Welcome to Knuckletown.
With me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just